Hey, I'm on the road for a bit. I just want to do a really quick update till I get home. So I'm still expecting the bounce, but this is essentially exactly what I talked about last night in the live stream, which is I had gotten into trades and I was in short-term trades, but I, kept reminding you guys, hey, I'm only getting into a couple short-term trades. It's just too risky because every time I think we're going to bounce, we get a little move down and go a little bit lower before we bounce, and it's like every single time. So that's what happened here. And again, that's why every time I get into short-term stuff, I keep warning you guys, like I'm only getting into one or two short-term trades, only a small amount of money. Mostly I'm getting into those holds where I just buy and I hold. And normally that's not what my strategy used to be, but I've had to change it, right? You have to adapt with the times. So right now, for instance, CHZ is doing really well. I have my bag there, which again isn't a short-term play. I just bought it and I'm holding it, and I set no stop loss. Now I can set a stop loss if I want to lock in profit. And then Fed as well. It dipped down right after I got in, and a couple wicks hit that low. It stopped out my short-term trade, but for the millionth time, I put a very small amount of money in the short-term trades because there was a high probability that that would happen. It's like every single time we're going to reverse, that's what happens. And it's been like that since we really dumped down to 30 and been on this recovery. Every time it looks like we're turning bullish, it plays out that way. So right now, I'm still holding my longer-term bags. If anybody wanted to get in longer term, this is a really good dip to do it because overall I'm still expecting the bullish reversal. You can see how low the 4-hour Stoch is. It is going to turn up very soon, and when it does, we're going to get a nice run out of it. We're going back into the 40s for sure. So, if you're holding, great, and if you're not, you can start accumulating. I don't expect a huge dump, and if you do, you could always sell. I would just stay away from large leverage given how volatile the market is, and just stick to spot trading for now. That's all I got for right now, but when I get home, I can get into things in more detail, and if we start to see that bounce form, I will then get into short-term trades. But until we see the bounce and get a verified bounce, I'm not trying to catch the bottom anymore. It's just there's no point. Every single time we try to catch the bottom, we dip lower and wick down. And, as many times as I warn you guys, every time I get into a trade, I'm like, hey, be really careful. I think there's a really good chance we get dipped down lower before we go up. Some people in the group are going to enter trades because they think, I'm bullish. They don't understand that I'm telling everybody to be careful for a reason, and they end up taking a loss. And I really hate when that happens. So I could stand taking small losses here and there, but when the guys start losing money, it really bothers me. So I definitely don't want to get into any short-term trades now. As confident as I am that we're going to bounce, I'm going to wait it out. However, I do want to add to my longer term positions. I just don't know which yet. So it was between, I couldn't decide. It was between Bitcoin and Bitcoin Cash. And then I was considering maybe Ethereum. I talked about all this stuff in the live stream last night. If you weren't there, go back and watch it. But you can see we have full reset on the oscillators on the majors. Litecoin too, but mostly I'm looking at the first three: BCH, ETH, and BTC. And I'm having a tough time picking exactly how I want to play it. But if I do a quick Fibonacci retracement, you'll see we got much lower now, all the way to the 618, that golden ratio reset. So we definitely could bounce here, and the Stoch certainly looks like we will. I'm just not getting into a short-term play. So I think what I'll probably do is I'll split the capital since I can't decide. I'll probably go, I was going to put in a little chunk of money, so what I'll do is I'll split it. I'm going to put half into ETH, half into BCH, because I already have a decent Bitcoin bag, and that way I can add to my other majors. I do have some LTC, but not that much. I don't want to add to that right now. I have more confidence in Bitcoin Cash and ETH on this bounce, so that's what I'm going to do. All right, I'll do another update in a bit. Talk to you guys soon. Trade safe, trade smart. Don't lose money.